Question 797. What was the most foolhardy thing that you ever did during a chemistry lesson at school?
Oh.
I didn't get to take chemistry, so I can't answer.
Yeah,
Did you not
probably something involving a bunch. Well, just science in general, though. I think we probably would involve something with a Bunsen burner and a bit of magnesium.
I don't know about Foolhardy, but I can think of the funniest thing we did as a class. We had this kid called Joe in the class, and he was very short for his age, and he told us all he could fit in one of the cupboards in the chemistry lab. So we asked him to prove it, and he climbed in, and of course we all shut the door behind him and stacked every bit of furniture in the class up against the door so he couldn't get out. And then left.
Point, though, didn't it?
You don't think that might have been seen as ever so slightly cruel?
Only slightly.
Well, it was. It was very, very mean, but it was incredibly funny.
Well,
It
it answered two questions in the name of science. One, could he fit in the cupboard? And two, how long could he survive in the cupboard? So, it was as long as the data was recorded, it wasn't a wasted.
But the best part about it was 2 weeks later, he convinced somebody else in the school that he could fit in one of the lockers, and they locked him in a locker.
You don't think he might have had a fetish?
Just a sec.
I don't know, but it was
So he
hilarious.
got caught with the same trick twice.
Yeah.
He did.
That you know about.
Of his own... Yeah, that I know about.
I'm going to quote former President W.
W.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
You got that? You got that
fool me
right?
and can't be fooled again.
I was going to ask you got that the right way round. Then I remember you were talking about George W.
Yes, W. He has it right.
Yeah.
I've got the quote from him right, just not the
Exactly.
quote right.
I'm saying, it's like I'm playing all the right notes, just not necessarily in the right order.
Because the fool man can't be fooled again.
Nerdy says, just turn all the gas taps on, then leave. Did no one? People. I mean, we didn't have separate. I didn't take chemistry, so we had science, which included chemistry lessons.
Yeah, that's what we had.
My school didn't have it.
Yeah.
My school had it, but it was only for the students who are supposed to go to college. I was set for the straight out of high school to work program thing, basically. So I didn't get to take it, but I did take biology, and I made my frog during dissection sing the song "Hello, My Honey" from Michigan J. Frog because that song is amazing.
We didn't do
There was a short period of time when I was in year 11 where some kids that they used to give a box of matches out to the class to light the Bunsen burners with, and these kids had done something, and the teachers panicked about it. So the technique was now going to be that you lit one Bunsen burner and you were supposed to light all the others from it. Of course, the staff hadn't thought about how the hell we were going to improvise to do this.
Yeah, set everything on fire.
So the teacher let the first Bunsen burner, walked out of the room, and we all rolled up bits of paper out of our files to light all the other ones, and then dumped all the paper in one of the sinks, and he comes back in and there's this fucking great big fire in the sink.
Why
We
did they
definitely-
leave?
Fine, everything's fine.
We definitely like.
What some fucking idiot goes, here you go, kids. Here's the fire. I'm leaving.
Yes.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, education at its finest.
I remember of IT crowd where you put all the fire together in the same place.
Rest of the fire.
Jenny, chemistry and I don't get along. Poor Benny. Benny is no more. What he thought was H2O was H2SO4.
Oh dear, right back in a sec.
Doorknobhead says, burn hair with a Bunsen burner. That girl had lots of hair. Had.
That's cruel. You thought we were cruel.
I'm hoping that one was not on purpose.
Almost certainly was.
I'm sure it was, but hopefully not.
I mean, we used to set the gas taps on fire.
Oh, that's mean.
Don't see why.
Well, a more fun thing that we actually did for the electronics class that we had was all the PowerPoints around the outside the room were controlled by a central switch, and they didn't have individual switches. So when they were turned on there, all the points were live. Mm-hmm. So we got a whole heap of really large capacitors and bridged them directly across the positive and negative points in the room. And then when the teacher walked in and turned the mains power on, they went bang! It's like a whole heap of guns going off.
Yeah,
we all got suspended for that.
It just occurred to me when we set the gas taps on fire. They replaced our entire lab one year. They replaced with new desks and new taps. The new taps they replaced with were all plastic. So when we set those on fire, they all melted.
Again, that's smart.
Kitty.
Yeah, I've never taken a chemistry class. When I was in high school, I was in a electronics focused program. So instead of taking chemistry, I was taking classes relating to wiring and capacitors.
Okay, we'll extend it then.
Robots.
We'll extend it slightly then to include physics and electronics. Who did you electrocute?
Okay.
No, I never did that. No, my high school career was very boring. I never did any of this fun locking people in lockers and cupboards and blowing things up and setting things on fire.
I can't say it was much of mine. Say again, Seraphim?
I forgot how much fun we had.
I said my hair was set on fire, but it wasn't in like a chemistry class. It was someone trying to be a bitch. But that's not the point. Oh my god, it was the tap. The tap set my hair on fire. Oh shit.
I don't know about you, but I would think setting your hair on fire is succeeding at being a bitch.
Yes. Yeah.
That's true. Very true.
Right. We shall move on. What?
What's wrong?
I was just reading what Doc said about he got struck by lightning and died. Well, he got better.
Well, I'm glad.
That's a very Piper-esque quote, isn't it?
Yes. And Antje said that there was another one. Johnny was a chemist's son, but Johnny is no more because what Johnny thought was H2O was H2SO4 again.
Yeah.
Did you see? No, you did. That. I was going to say Tom Scott's latest video. On
yes, I did, but I'm trying to remember what it was.
Jingle Bells, Batman Smells.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that was brilliant.
On how
the different ones in different cultures.
Yes, and how the Simpsons influenced it.
Yeah,
That thing was around before the Simpsons, though.
It was, but lots of different phrases. It was in the UK. It was mostly Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin Flew Away.
Yeah.
The Simpsons
I only found out about John Scott like 2 weeks ago.
Tom Scott? You didn't know about Tom Scott?
Tom Scott. Yeah, I didn't. I'd seen him on the numbers thing with but I didn't realize he had his own channel.
Yeah.
So for you guys, I said Robin Flew Away.
Yeah, as opposed to Robin Laid an Egg.
Yeah, ours was Robin Laid an Egg, and then Joker got away.
Joker did different things.
Yeah,
the whole point of the video was different ones. You knew the Wonder Woman?
The Wonder Woman. The Wonder Woman one was the one I knew, but that is an exclusively Australian one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never heard anything about Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman lost her bosom flying TAA because TAA was Australian Airlines. So.
Aha.
See, the one I remember is that.
Is that the pre-Qantas era? Was it?
No, Qantas was around too.
Ajit.
But
after the flew away part, it's they landed in a football pitch and didn't know how to play.
No, I didn't have that one.
But that one, I think that's just the one I remembered because I identified with it quite strongly because I, in primary school, was often, told that I would be playing football and I didn't know how to play football and I didn't like playing football. So I'd just be standing there just going, Well, I'm here.
I'm just having to remember that you guys aren't meaning football, and I'm familiar with it since, America.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I think the Wonder Woman bosom thing came about because of that whole wives' tale about breast implants exploding during air flights.
Probably.
Nerdy says, Robin flew away is the correct version, of course. You're not wrong.
It's entirely dependent on which country you came from.
It is.
I don't think it would be physically possible for Wonder Woman to have breast implants.
Why not?
Because she's very difficult. She's got very tough skin that's difficult to cut.
Yeah, she could do it herself though. In the same way that Batman when he needed Superman when he needed to.
Superman.
Yeah.
She might have got Superman to do the incisions with his heat vision.
They might have made the scalpel out of the same metal that her bracelets are made from.
There's probably a porn out there of that somewhere.
There is now.
To be fair, the way that character's been drawn by a lot of artists, mainly male, over the years, you'd probably think yes, she has had implants at some point.
Could be bad boy.
Could be a discussion for you on your channel, Badger, over sexualization in comics.
Say that again?
I just said over sexualization in comics could be a topic for a discussion on your channel sometime.
Oh, it could, but you see, the trouble is, I tend to lean the other way on it. I think artists should be allowed to do artists.
There we go.
By the way, have you heard that the Badger Network has expanded?
The Badger Network.
It has, yes.
Dave, how do you know about the new tunnel I've dug in my set?
I meant you're creating new profiles on other social media platforms.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Bad-Tempered Badger now available on MySpace.
Oh. Well, no. Well, I think what happened couple of months or two ago when we were to this Badgerverse, people were coming up with in the chat.
The Badgerverse?
Yeah, it was
I don't remember
Bad-Tempered Badger, and we came up with people coming up with all different sort of names for different either rodents or small mammals.
Was Nerdy here? Do you blame him for it? We usually do.
I have a feeling Nerdy may have been in the chat, but I don't want to ascribe any quotes to him that he may not have said.
I still just follow Badger in Pornhub, says Nerdy. Val-tempered ferret, etc.
There we go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. We was coming up with a whole Badger. There was coming up with a Badgerverse.
Right, I think we should go to the next question.
I've put the link for you.
I know.
And in this, and to be fair, in the Badgerverse, you and you alone get to decide what is canon and what is not canon.
Yeah, so in the Badgerverse, Disney is not canon.
Yeah. Touché.
Additionally,
Right.
There was in the Badgerverse. There has been no Artemis Fowl film.
I approve. I am all for this.
I'm not going to argue.
You're not going to argue.
No.
Because we don't need Hollywood action plot number 7 with an Artemis Fowl skin slapped on it.
No, we
You do.
don't. That's...
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.